I wish I could tell you that I want you here with me, but you'll never love me like the way we used to be. Too far from Saturn, lost in the patterns. Wish the stars aligned so we could be free. Palms are sweaty, knees unsteady. I can't see my head on straight. Heart is heavy, wasn't ready. Don't think I can see your face. Now we're just friends. How long till that ends? It feels like forever away.
Every 39 seconds, a business falls victim to a cyber attack. Shockingly, a staggering 92% of malware infiltrates organizations through email. In 2023, it's taking organizations an average of 49 days to identify a cyber attack. With CyberSafe DNS Protect, you get one platform with many benefits. Effortlessly control with advanced URL filtering and gain full network visibility. Protect your business from phishing, malware, and advertising tracking. Be up and running in less than 24 hours. Boost productivity with over 80 categories. Protect what matters most. Start protecting today with our free 30-day trial. Experience confidence with CyberSafe DNS Protect. Secure your digital world today. Visit our website.
Get ready for something big. It's the 5th edition of PlayCon, happening October 9th to 12th at the MFCC to Ali. Experience the latest games, tech showcases, epic tournaments, and awesome cosplay. Entrance is free. PlayCon, where gamers unite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Malta Counter-Strike League. And what a game we have for you today. It is finally time for the semi-finals, and it is going to be a big one today. Project EVERSIO taking on Berserk. Project EVERSIO, of course, the most decorated team locally, facing off against Berserk, who have been making big moves in the Maltese esports scene recently. We'll also be seeing a couple of their teams at PlayCon in other titles, with both teams having something to prove, Aversio having to bounce back from a shaky start to the group stage, while Berserk riding the momentum from a second place finish. We'll see which one of these two teams will take that grand final spot. I'm joined today by Menton. Menton, thank you very much for joining today on the cast.
Good evening. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So,
What a game we have lined up for today.
oh, it's gonna be a good one. These two sides did meet before in round four. It was around a month ago now, actually, and that was on Mirage. Berserk did come out on top in a very tight affair. It was 16 to 14 in overtime, actually, after Berserk almost choked a 12 to 7 lead. So it was a spirited fight back from Aversio, but it wasn't enough in the end.
100% agree with you. Very close game. I think it shows that Aversio, even if you put them in a corner, they'll still fight back. They'll still manage to claw their way up and make a close fight. So I think today, being not a best of one, but best of three, I think we're gonna have a really tough game up for both teams.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, despite the role changes within the roster, Versio have been one of the more tactically sound teams, I'd say, in the league, and that could be a testament to their chemistry and their longevity in this core. Berserk, on the other hand, I mean, we can talk about tactics all day. The fact is that they do get the wins when they need to get the wins, whether it's in overtime or in quite a dominant display. But as you mentioned, we're gonna have a best of three today, and it does feel like that maybe the upset potential is a bit lower than in a best of one where you could just have a bit of a freak showing, or you could just have an off day. So it is going to be a minimum of two maps, of course, granted 2-0 or anything else. But do you have any predictions for how this is going to play out?
I really hope to see this go for all three maps. I feel like both teams have really good potential to show the absolute power unit of each team. I think it all depends on the map picks here. I feel like Aversio, regardless of their little bit of changes of the roles, I still feel like they have something up their sleeve ready for the playoffs. But I have a feeling it's gonna be 2-1, and I think it might go to Berserk. I think it might go to Berserk, but we'll have to see how
All
it
right.
plays
I
out.
mean, like, if we're going off how the group stage went, then I don't blame you. Berserk showed us a hell of a lot more than Aversio did, and Aversio said it themselves that they do need to be better. Berserk, though, really the surprise of the tournament, I feel. They came in saying that they knew they could do well and that they weren't showing it, and they've really lived up to that promise, and it's been really good so far. Gonna go very quickly over to the current standings. As you can see, Anarchy and Order Zero taking place on the second stream, which is being covered by Asterisk. We'll be covering Project Eversio and Berserk today. Two of these teams will be facing off in the grand finals at PlayCon this Sunday. Also, now just going to jump very quickly to the head-to-head, as the veto will be getting underway very soon. Today it is going to be Mibusta against Stekeli, both players 6 maps played, but Mibusta leading on all fronts statistically, which I think is a testament to how good Berserk have been as a whole. I mean, Stekeli has been one of the top performers for the Seversio side this season, and he lags behind quite a bit in these stats behind Mibusta. So anything you think about that, Mentin could definitely have some implications on the upcoming matchup. All right, I think we lost him for a second. That's fine. Are you here? Oh, your mic's muted.
I am so sorry. I forgot to unmute. So what I was saying was, I feel like when you compare the stats, I see a definite lean on the Berserk side from Ibustas, and he has much better stats from these past few games. I feel like Aversio have always had a more meticulous and more tactical stance. Berserk definitely also have the same, but I feel like Berserk have been trying to show what they're made of recently, and trying to show that it's not just Aversio in the local community. There's more to it now. But when you compare these two sides head to head, I mean, you definitely see a better statistical view from Ibusta.
I wanted to say both of these teams actually played in ESEA last night. With Versio, it was a bit awkward because the lineup is not the same one that they are fielding in MCL. But there was Stekeli and there was Zelion, and they did end up losing that game 13-6. But Stekeli was among the top performers for the Versio side. Berserk, on the other hand, played, and I believe they won 13-2. So both teams riding very different momentum coming into this matchup, and I mean, I don't know because I'm thinking historically, right? And I say, oh, there has to be a way that Aversio snatched this away from Berserk, where Aversio are the favorites. Um, because historically, that's what I know in the Maltese scene, but that's not what we've seen so far this season. So I think it's gonna be a very very good game for sure.
Agree with you 100%. It will be a very interesting game. I feel like we should not hold on to the past, and let's see what the future holds.
All right, so Veto should be getting underway soon, so I'm going to transition a bit to the Veto screen there. Do you have any thoughts on where we're going to end up for this best of three?
I do not know if Versio would like to go back on Mirage. I feel like they might try to avoid or leave it for a later pick. But I have a feeling from previous games, I feel like we might have an ancient game ahead of us.
All right, well, the
We'll kind
first
of have
ban
to
has
see.
come in, actually, and the first ban is Aversio's, and it's going to be to take Train out of the equation. Aversio only playing it 5 in their most recent 30 to Berserk 16 times, so definitely expected. I do think that we could, as you mentioned, see an Ancient come into the picture. Could also see an Overpass potentially for this Berserk side. So it will be very interesting indeed. Berserk taking their time on the veto. And I mean, it's such an important part to a match. Sometimes, you say that a team won the game through the veto rather than on the server because some of these teams are just so much stronger on some of these maps. But today shouldn't be the biggest issue as these are two of the most well drilled teams, I believe. First ban of Berserk is going to be um, Dust 2. So now it is up to Aversio to pick their starting map. And I'm really expecting an Ancient or a Mirage here. Aversio playing Mirage 57 times to Berserk's 37 and Ancient 42 times to Berserk's 29. Now, of course, playing the map on Face It does not tell the whole picture, but it does tend to show a bit of a sway towards one map or another. I want to say Stekeli, the poor guy, is on an 8 map loss streak right now on Face It, so
Ooh,
definitely looking to turn that around today in the semifinal. It's a very rough stat to bring into such a big game, but
quite arrested, yes.
big games are big opportunities for big things to happen. And the
Definitely.
Versio,
A miracle run is always possible.
of course, the Versio with a big choice here, taking their time to decide which their first map is going to be. It has been picked, but Face It doesn't show me that. So I guess we'll see once the veto is ready. Thank you, Face It. I
Got
think
to
we
love faces.
got to love it. Got to love it. It used to in the past. I don't know. Since they changed it every other week. Since they changed it though, it's now
I think
Berserk's turn to pick. So
I think it came out when Face It 2 came out, to my knowledge.
it could be. It could be. That was a big update. Insomma, best of three today and the best of three on Sunday. And I have to say, I am very excited. It's the first time, as you guys may know, that we've had a league with pre-mates. Before, the leagues were always randoms or drafts, I should
Draft
say.
picks.
Exactly. So have this coming up today. All right. So the 2 picks have been made, and we're moving on to the bans now. So Berserk's second ban, I believe, was Inferno, and the veto has actually been completed. So as soon as the lineup is finalized, we will have the final veto. I hate how Faceit does this. We need to get somebody on the team to like be telling us what's happening. But okay, the first pick from Project EVERSIO was Ancient, followed by a
Ancient.
pick of Overpass from Berserk. So as expected, and then between Nuke and Mirage, it was tell you who it was exactly. It was Berserk who took out Nuke, which means we will have a decider on Mirage if it is
Right.
required. So those are our 3 maps for the best of 3. We're starting off on Ancient, then heading over to Overpass, and ending on Mirage. Quite expected. I can't say there's any surprises there. And it really does feel like we could go the distance today.
100%. I feel like this game is gonna go. All 3 games, I feel are gonna be action packed, and I'm not gonna say let's dive right in.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut to a very quick intermission. Well, hopefully ever. I always say very quick. It depends on how long the players take to connect to the server. We're gonna cut to an intermission, and when we are back, we'll have the first map of the semifinals between Berserk and Project EVERSIO.
Don't say we can't, oh, just don't say another word. These thoughts you've imagined aren't real, aren't adding up. You fetched your ideas from nowhere, all from another world. Your logic's impaired, your full picture is cropped. Cause we both know one day they're just gonna try again. Without doubt, might say if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, cause this ain't the end. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, cause this if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. Dear bright brain, you're so far off, oh it's like you can't see ahead. These feelings you've caught don't make sense, your plan's gonna flop. You keep raising doubts without cause, all you feel is dread. My logic is fair, if it's pain, it's ever gonna stop. Cause we both know that one day he's not gonna cry again. Without doubt, it's my say, if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. The sun's gonna rise again. We both know that one day they're just gonna try again. Without doubt, it's our say, if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end.
Break down, we're alive, are we running circles, running around? Break down, chase the light, we're rolling but on the go. Running for my life. Feel the light. Running for my life. Running for my life. Running for my life. Head high, we're alone, are we taking all in front of us? Head
Alright, everybody, we are back, and I'm just gonna update the HUD really quickly. We do also have a tech pause right off the bat, but as you can see, it is Eversio on the T side, of course, having picked the map. Berserk did get to pick which side they wanted to start on, and they have opted for the CT side. I want to make sure that I have Mentin on call with me here. All good to go?
Yes, ready to go.
Alright,
Let's
perfect.
get this
So,
banger on the way.
one technical timeout is all that lies between us and the first map of this semi-final between Berserk and Project EVERSIO. Been a lot of technical timeouts, I have to say, throughout the season, always when it's online. I mean, even in person, but hopefully this year we're doing a lot of things in advance to try and eliminate any issues at PlayCon. But as you can see, we are ready to get underway. Round 1 here, Berserk versus Project EVERSIO on Ancient. EVERSIO, 5 players quick towards mid on this pistol side. All 5 players actually committing to this mid push. Couple of players in donut for Berserk. And a big nade towards mid. Look at the damage on that. So not the best start of the round for EVERSIO here, as they now, with lower HP, have to try and force their way onto a bomb site. Gusta's gonna hear these footsteps here, dualies in hand. We'll find one, but will get taken down, and trades across the map mean that we are even in a 3 versus 3 situation. Just Prez in A main, trying to hold on to the bomb site until his team can get here in support. Bomb will be planted now. Kit is on Prez though for the retake.
They seem not to know about Prez's position, so he might be able to pull a sneaky one on them right now.
Yeah, just bought his time there, didn't commit. Was the flash, but this bomb now half ticked means that Berserk will have to start to make a move. They do have a smoke for this donut position. He's on Prez, is actually gonna smoke directly onto the bomb instead. Does miss it though. And will fall to Zellion.
Let's try to stick it. Can't manage to.
Bomb though. And will be EVERSIO finding the pistol in a very, very crazy fashion there. Perhaps a bit of miscommunication from the Berserk side. There will be EVERSIO picking up the T-side pistol.
Question is, how will Berserk try to mitigate this go farming round?
Yeah, go farming indeed. 4 Mac 10s on the side of Project EVERSIO. Berserk gonna try and have to deal with those. There was an attempt by an EVERSIO player to knife Kaz in that last round that we saw, but managed to get away, dying to the bomb. Early on here though,
it was lowered.
Bomb site has been opened though. Zellion never finding those first couple of frags. Zellion also taking down Press through the smoke. His key finds Anselm as well, and Kaz will fall to Nama. So EVERSIO still live with all 5 players as they swiftly pick up the second round here.
Now with some money, Berserk can actually fight back with some decent weapons and utility.
With a Cupert in the chat cheering for Talinia Peak, that throwback to last year's winner, of course made up with the core of these EVERSIO members. There actually isn't Bungie today for EVERSIO. Some of you may have noticed this Nama subbing in instead. It's interesting to see if EVERSIO do make it to the finals on Sunday, who will be the player on the server that day. But round 3 here, Berserk in with a buy. Not a lot of util, but 5 rifles across the board, and there EVERSIO quick on the stay side. Gonna take down Hasha. River tagged low for his troubles. Press through the smoke, gonna find the head of Keith, and that nade onto Trevor finishes him off. So 4 versus 3, and Skelly actually forgot to plant. Name tagged through the box now. The Berserk have a man advantage in this 4 versus 3 retake. Crucial round for Berserk to get themselves on the board. And Skelly tagged even lower through the smoke, just 24 HP left now. As he will fall in Gusta. Does enact vengeance for his teammate, if only temporarily. As Prez and Anselm will finish off the last 2 Ts of the round, and Berserk do pick up a first.
Definitely a great retake from Berserk side, especially now with the better weapons, as EVERSIO was still stuck with some SMGs.
Yeah, the Mac 10s, kind of a free round if they are able to pick it up, but did not go their way, unfortunately. However, 3 bomb plants in a row does mean they will be able to buy and invest fully into round 4. So we do have our first proper gun round of the game, rather early on here on Ancient. Big damage early on, down to 52 HP.
Berserk did claim mid control so far. Now would Trevor be able to apply pressure? Goes to caves to the highway.
Interesting setup from Berserk this round. Rather passively towards this cave position over on that A site. While on B, 3 players towards long and short. Mid control that Berserk once held so aggressively now completely fallen off. Just Hasha in Donut, but EVERSIO not really pressing the issue just yet. Will now start to make their way into mid. Berserk might regret giving it up so easily. Hasha smoked off the angle on Donut. His bomb meeting outside of B ramp here seems to indicate that this is where the round will end. Hasha posted in CT, catches the Kelly, Skaz actually, sorry, catches the Kelly off guard. An advantage of EVERSIO, but 35 seconds, all 4 of these players are getting ready to execute on the B side, and this just Anson, 1 flashbang in hand to try and hold off the push. 2 players in cave already, 2 out on ramp. Onside B has been split wide open. Keep taking down Anselm as well. And Zelion swinging onto Kaz over and long. OHB for him though does mean Prez will find the frag. 3 versus 3 now. They required of the CTs, and Trevor missing the shot onto Hasha. Except Berserk do have the man advantage now. 3. Snama quickly re-establishes EVERSIO's numbers, finding a couple of frags, and Keith sealing off the round. Big round to win there from EVERSIO. Ensures that Berserk don't catch up, are put back on a weaker buy.
Definitely an impressive round from EVERSIO.
Yeah,
They
especially
used
that
the mid
post plan.
to apply pressure. It seems like with the mid pressure, the Berserk team moved from B closer to A, thinking it'd be another A round, and were able to catch 1 city alone at B.
Yeah, so perhaps a bit of a facepalm moment for Berserk there. They had the man advantage throughout the majority of that round, but did end up losing it at the end, meaning that they do have to come into this round with just some upgraded pistols and a single SMG over on Kaz.
Pressure from Berserk.
Kelly finds the opener
pay
of
off.
Musa though. Versio taking this round rather slow. Bomb still towards T-spawn. No decisions on which bomb site to attack has been made just yet. Kaz doesn't wait here. Hash actually finding a frag onto Namen. Not expecting Trevor, but it's 1 gun taken away from these Ts. Kaz and Anselm, quite a good crossfire setup towards cave here. It's just a question of if Keith will push. It's starting to make its way over towards the B side. 40 seconds remaining. Trevor goes to line up. Smoke. Thrown towards short. As the B execute does unfold now. Berserk on the side trying to find the frag. Will indeed take down Keith. Finds a second as well onto Trevor. Does run out of ammo though. Stekeli also catching Prez on the other side of the map. Just Kaz left in the 1v2 now. SMG in hand, but Stekeli, what a walkout from long there. Shuts him down immediately and secures a fort for Project EVERSIO.
I mean, definitely a good eco round from Berserk. So unfortunately, not able to squeeze it out just for another round.
Yeah, it definitely feels like perhaps a missed opportunity. The actual investment in that round, the only paying off. However, loss bonus has been built up. And a couple of rounds have been lost in a row. So it does mean Berserk will be able to have a buy here. And I don't know what Auto Director is doing there, sticking in T-spawn. Has now decided to shift for us.
In the panoramic view of Zelion.
Yes, guys, we can confirm that it will be better on Sunday. Okay, we're gonna have an observer, we're gonna have proper production. The only scuffed part is just gonna be me and Mentin on the mic once again. So if you guys enjoyed it, then it's gonna be great though. It's gonna be a great final in. But we're still on the first map of this semi, where Project EVERSIO are currently leading 4-1 against Berserk here. Berserk trying to ask some questions towards ramp, not trying to go too aggressive though. And there are 4 Ts actually lying in wait there, so Had Kaz and Ansem taken a bit of a deeper peek, they might have met an early demise. Prez now called over to assist on this B site. Is the right call indeed. 50 seconds left. Versio haven't made so much as a peep. Ansem will find the first frag on the keep though, which should indicate perhaps that is going to be a B hit this round. Smoke now deployed on long and short. Prez will start to push up to try and cover this cave position. Flash now deployed overhead. Stekeli looking for the opener on the side. And Ansem misses his shots, allows Stekeli to turn around, finds a headshot. Trevor also taking down Hasha through the smoke, also finding Prez. And all of a sudden it's fallen apart for Berserk. Kaz is able to snatch one back through the smoke, but 3 versus 2, and once again Berserk, an advantage slips away from them. As just Kaz now 1 versus 3. No utility for this take. Has been spotted now. And Namen peeking out of ramp will get taken down, but Kaz solo 24 HP is actually gonna go for this. Got caught on the reload by Zelion. This Project EVERSIO been 4 rounds in a row. Or 5 I think actually. No, I'm messing up. Meant didn't come to my aid. It's been 3 rounds only.
It was been 3 rounds, yes. I mean, definitely a good attempt from Berserk, but unfortunately they seem to be letting them slip into sight, and then it's just rotting from within.
Yeah, missed shot there from Anselm on the side. Definitely had Stekeli dead to rights and doesn't capitalize. Very different story if he does find a frag. And Trevor then through the smoke. Berserk going aggressive in the A main here to try and make up the difference. They'll find 1 frag. Ahmed equalizes. Zelion blowing open the smoke will also catch Anselm. And does make his way out onto the B site, making a lot of noise though, so Prez should have heard him. Kaz caught in cave. 2 HP on Trevor, but still alive and kicking. Just Hasha left now in 1 versus 4. Might try and save that SMG over towards cave. Would definitely have preferred an AK, but has to do what he can in this round and does pick up that Mac 10.
Might try to hold for some exits, but I think EVERSIO might come to it now.
Trevor just 2 HP though, does get caught. However, Stekeli uses the AK of Trevor as bait and catches Hasha running towards it.
Another nice panoramic view of Stekeli this time.
I'm gonna take a quick look at the overall scoreboard. In Zelion 10 and 3, definitely alive and kicking in this semi-final. Leading the way for EVERSIO. Stekeli 7 and 4 also doing very well. So
there's off round from Berserk.
Very crucial round I think for Berserk in this game. Kaz pushes his way into cave, but the tick of the molly was heard by Keith. Pushes in, finds the opening frag for the round. Busta finally with an AWP. I think it's the first time we're seeing an AWP this game actually, and that is deployed over towards A main. Unfortunately for Berserk, it does look like it's going to be another slow B execute, and it is just Anselm on site. Currently 4 and 6. He's find a few more frags if Berserk are going to find their way into this matchup. Sasha does take a peek out mid. Decides he would rather remain alive. Backs off towards this short position. Actually does favor his team, as Ansem does just spot Clever out in cave there. Oh, big nade from Zelion on ramp. 50 damage done to Ansem. And the EVERSIO, the utility, has been rock solid so far on Ancient. Punishing Berserk before even engaging in these duels. But Prez, what a pushing hit from him. Only good for 1 though. But still, a lot of information gathered. It is the op of Mibusa that is gonna have to hold on to this A site. It's being pressured from both angles. Stekeli able to sneak away into CT. Could they get caught here? Hasha is indeed taken down. Ansem willing to find this frag, does indeed. Which gives Mibusa a fighting chance. Miss shot on the A side. Doesn't land the flick. And now 3 versus 1. Berserk have really struggled so far on Ancient. And once again, caught reloading. Trevor able to find the frag onto Leon. And the Versio, I think it's now been 5 in a row, has indeed, as they secure a 7th.
Definitely, I feel like it's a slow start for Berserk. I feel like that's one round where they were able to punish Versio for having SMGs on a rifle round was what they needed, but I feel like Berserk need to collect their thoughts and see what's happening, patch up the holes that they're letting their ship sink.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not the best start to life over on Ancient. I'm gonna have a quick look at the HUD as I'm noticing one of the graphics isn't displaying properly, so please bear with me while the sound cuts out for a moment. Okay, should be good there. We did have a disconnect from Nam actually on the Aversio side. Did have some technical difficulties yesterday as well. It was Nam and Stakeli who were disconnecting, so seems to have persisted today. However, opposed to yesterday, the scoreline favoring Aversio much more. 7-1 here. Couple more rounds and they'll already have beaten their total tally for yesterday, as they have done so already. Can't remember if it was a 13-7 or 13-6, but definitely a much sharper display from Aversio today. Which doesn't bode very well if you are a Berserk fan. Berserk currently 7-1 on the CT side. But I have to ask, would you consider Ancient a T-sided map or a CT-sided map?
I believe um, it's more of a CP side of the map. However, a very good collected CP or a T like sided team can really punish CT if they're not like working together. Because most of it is just holding angles, but if T's just know the utility and know where to place the utility, it's a very difficult thing for CTs to hold back.
Alright, well, round reset since Nama has rejoined, which should mean we are about ready to get back underway shortly. We are indeed back into the final 20 seconds of freeze time. Round 9 here, but can't speak today. As Project EVERSIO currently leads Berserk 7-1. It is EVERSIO's pick, but worrying signs early on from Berserk here. Definitely need a couple more at the minimum on the CT side if they want to have anything to say on Ancient. They flip script and head over on the side themselves. A quick into mid, but Berserk not gonna pressure it. A little bit of chip damage onto Trevor. No early engagements just yet, but yeah, Versio so aggressive in mid already, all the way up to Red Room. Just SMGs.
Can catch someone.
Yeah, but it's just the SMGs on this Berserk side. But look at Prez asking questions outside of A main, and this should indicate that it is going to be a B hit. Nobody is home on the A side. Lots of damage now from these Versio players, but it will be Nama finding the first frag onto Kaz in CT. Eagle of Mibusta is taken out by Stakeli as Trevor also finds Hasha. And the B side has once again been split wide open. Prez does find one back in the meantime though. 4v2 now. Maybe the rifles to be upgraded for this Berserk side. As I say that though, Zelion does catch Prez, leaving just Anselm in the 4v1. Oh, damage on a couple of those Versio players, but as Anselm's been spotted out, actually takes down Zelion. His teammates are out for vengeance, and they will indeed avenge him in mid there. All 5 players gonna go down for Berserk, as the Versio secure an 8 round here. 6 on the trot, and Berserk sent once again to the drawing board.
Definitely a slow start from Berserk. Hopefully, maybe when they swap sides, they can fix a bit their playstyle and have a bit of a more aggro sense from what maybe they wanted.
Yeah, it does indeed feel like that Berserk could find a bit more favor on the on the T side, sorry. What a couple of nades in mid though. Prez, Mebusta and Ansem all tagged relatively low there, around a third of their health gone. Versio hadn't even had to expose a single player, so aggression is punished early on by Berserk. Re-smoke there, but Eversio will push into it. Flash out. It's a shooting gallery, but Eversio do come off better for it, finding a couple of frags. They say that Domibusta finding Keith will go down eventually, and Trevor swings on to Kaz. So somehow, some way, Eversio still end out on top from that mid engagement there. Definitely felt like Berserk gonna finally get something going there. Had 3 players positioned on mid. One of them was also playing counter flash, but just doesn't work out. A couple of missed shots with the AWP. And now the bomb should be going down on this B side shortly. Hasha and the 1 versus 2. As Berserk have looked very deflated so far on this CT side. Now has been spotted, so the Molly will keep him at bay just a little bit longer. Asha unable to even land the shot on those 2 remaining T players as Versio do secure a 9th and are looking to potentially secure double digits or even ending the half. Round 11 here, still 2 to go. As Berserk can only hope for a 9-3 half in a best case scenario. Really doesn't feel like that right now. Take a look at our head-to-head players. Sakeli 9 and 6, Gustav 4 and 10.
My comments from earlier definitely feel kind of void now.
I mean, it was something we mentioned, right? Where Berserk have been riding the momentum, but Eversio are always going to be Eversio. They are proving that today. 9 and 1 currently on their map pick of Ancient. Musa does find the first frag, as I say that though. Trevor and Name make me eat my words, finding a couple of frags in mid and once again securing the man advantage. Ansem though does catch Zelion. Not fully attentive there. Does ensure that we will remain in a 3 versus 3. However, as you know, 3 versus 3 do tend to favor the T sides. So they can just send all of their players towards one bomb site and should have the numbers advantage. Bomb still needs to be retrieved in round number 11 here. 5 seconds left on the clock. Versio, lots of map control, whether they know it or not, and decide to pick either of these bomb sites. But it does look like it's going to be A. It's all 3 remaining players making their way to A main here. I want to shout out as well Trevor and Zelion, 12 and 5 and 11 and 5. Great game from the 2 of them so far. I'm also 9 and 6 and Keith 7 and 7. No players on the Versio side negative so far. A couple of kills are traded there, but Berserk are once again locked out of the bomb site. Kaz also tagged low. Tagged even lower now, just 22 HP left. This bomb will go down in the nick of time here for Eversio. Kaz going down there to Trevor and Namet through the smoke. Catches Ansem. Versio do secure double digits and still have another round to play with in the half. But tell me, Mentin, if you're a Berserk fan, if you're a Berserk player, what needs to change on this second half? Or maybe even on this second map now, as it really does feel like Ancient has slipped a little bit out of reach.
I feel like for the second map, I think they should have like a mental reset. You know, I know maybe they had a bad game, clear it off, shrug it off, and remember what's ahead of them, what's up for stake, so I think the finals up for stake. I feel like maybe they have to check their play style and just bounce off communication, high pressure on key points like this.
Well, good start to round 12 here. Ansem finds the opener onto Keith. However, Zelion punishes the aggression. Trevor also finding Mebusta. And once again, the man advantage started with Berserk, but stripped away from them by EVERSIO, who ensures that they are the man advantage themselves. And Kaz really should have had a frag onto Trevor there, able to get his gun out in time, taking him down and ensuring a 4 versus 2 as EVERSIO find an open A site. So 4v2 retake required with just the SMGs, or it will be an 11-1 lead for EVERSIO at halftime. Hasha did spot the barrel of one of those T players, but Trevor is gonna catch Prez, and Trevor 15-5. Wonders for my fantasy here as Tekeli will find the final frag onto Hasha. What a first half from EVERSIO.
Definitely a rough start, but I feel like if a comeback is always possible, let's say that. I feel like maybe Berserk want to play a bit more aggressive, and I feel like T would be a perfect opportunity for them to change a bit their play style. Maybe CT was just not fit for Ancient. Maybe they don't have the tactics ready for Ancient yet.
I'm actually gonna disagree with you here. I think that Berserk should cut their losses and start looking towards Overpass, because if it was maybe 8-4, 9-3, you have a bit more leeway, but it's 11-1, a pistol, an absolute necessity from Berserk. Even then, they could fight their way back into this match and just lose it at the tail end, which would be a definite blow to their mental heading into map 2. So perhaps a bit of a rush from my end, but I do definitely think Berserk should be looking to pick up the pieces and overpasses. Keith does find the first frag of this pistol onto Prez, is traded out by Hasha though, takes down Trevor in the meantime. Busta now trying to find Keith. Temple position. Bomb yet to go down. Keith will find Mebusa eventually. Smoke has faded. Bomb still hasn't gone down as Name finds the frag onto Anselm. Now 2 versus 3. Bomb needs to be recovered and planted. No utility for this T side as Tekeli starts to make his way out A main and is gonna find Kaz. Hasha left into 1 versus 3. Does find a couple of frags. So it is just Tekeli left 1 versus 1 now with the 5 HP on Hasha though. Bomb has been dropped outside of A main and now Hasha has been spotted, so needs a couple of frags. Lands the first couple of shots onto Tekeli. Needs a headshot, but Tekeli through the box spurs EVERSIO's blushes in the 3v1 and ensures they pick up both pistols on Ancient.
I mean, after this round, I feel like your statement is even more factual than ever. I feel like this game is going to be, unfortunately, a tough pill to swallow for Berserk, but I feel like now they should just focus on the next map, which was their map pick, Overpass, right?
Yeah, and they've beaten Order 0 on Overpass, so definitely a map that they can play on. And then it's Mirage if they can force the Decider, which they have beaten EVERSIO on in the past. So definitely not out of it just yet. Quick one to the B side, but punished for it. As EVERSIO a flurry of frags. Ansem left 1v4 but taken down through the smoke. And it is Project EVERSIO to secure Ancient 13-1. I want to give a very quick update on our second semi-final. Anarchy currently leads 11-6 versus Order 0. So a very strong display from them. You can catch that over on Astrus's channel. We're gonna cut to a quick intermission while the second map gets set up, and we will be back underway with Overpass for Project EVERSIO versus Berserk.
Cut you off. I knew something was wrong. I shouldn't have to call you back, 'cause now you're mad and you think I dropped the ball. That's a bridge I had to cross. Not my fault, that's your pissed off. You shouldn't have to treat me like this. Treat me like this. Now I'm all alone once again. I just wanna talk and you don't wanna listen, baby. I don't get it all. She don't love me, she loves drugs and alcohol. She said that's how I'm involved. It's everything that happened. Oh no, I don't wanna talk about it. Used to wanna talk keep down it. I thought I lost my sense of pride, but recently I found it. Once again, now I'm back on the cycle. Walk inside the function thinking maybe I just might go. Me and your friends, really not that tight, ho. It's all good now, they all had to cut you off. I knew something was wrong. I shouldn't have to call you back, 'cause now you're mad and you think I dropped the ball. That's a bridge I had to cross, not my fault, that's your pissed off. You shouldn't have to treat me like this, treat me like this. Now I'm all alone once again.
Stop. The memories flood in my head. Just like the waves, babe, we were endless. Drowning in your eyes, pull me in your tide. Do you still remember all the shit we used to do? The drunken walks at 2 a.m. in high school. Slipping away before your eyes are into the night. It feels better when you're frozen inside my mind. Till the clock runs out of eyes on you. When the sun goes down, it's just too soon. Won't you take me away? Oh, I can't refuse it. Give me your soul before you lose it. Will it last until tomorrow? It's fading now, I don't know. When you're young and wild, there's still our eyes on you, they're watching over. Keep your composure, be your controller. Circle round and round we went, could you take me home again? Fireworks all in your eyes, telling me that it's alright. Till the clock runs out of eyes on you. When the sun goes down, it's just too soon. Won't you take me away? Oh, I can't refuse it. Give me your soul before you lose it.
Every little thing you do, it gets me thinking. By another shot, you got me drinking. Girl, you shut me down and there's no witness. Got me in my feels, she would never listen. All the alcohol is in my liver. I guess I lost and you're the winner. Missing your touch, you were a good kisser. I was born a saint, but now I'm a sinner. Falling for you. For you, for you. 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 All the times with about you, they just fly by. All the memories pop up on my timeline. Change your colors on me like you're a tie-dye. Got me falling for you, I ain't like a skydive. See you in another dimension. Can't sleep on my nights rest. Baby girl, you were my best friend, best friend. Every little thing you do, it gets me thinking. By another shot, you got me drinking. Could you show me down and there's no witness? Got me in my feels, she would never listen. All the alcohol is in my liver. I guess I lost and you're the winner. Missing your touch, you were a good kisser. I was born to sing, but now I'm a sinner. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you. For you, for you. Falling for you. For you.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to the second map of this semi-final between Project EVERSIO and Berserk. Was a 13-1 defeat for Berserk over on Ancient. Apologies for the long delay. We had some issues with the stream delay, but that should be all sorted now. We are ready to go again. Berserk, it is their map pick now, and they did brilliantly on it against Order Zero earlier in the season. An upset victory in overtime, and they'll be looking for another upset today against Eversio. Of course, the decider of Mirage. Joined once again by Mantin. Mantin, you there?
Yes, sir. So, see how this first round goes.
Yeah, a couple of kills being traded early on. Second player in connector, Trevor, is caught actually, so could have done a lot more damage, but Leon Ansem able to spin around and find that frag. 3 versus 3 now, but just one of these players on the B side. This Keith, who has been spotted as well, does go down to Hasha. And bomb will be planted. Low HP on a couple of these Berserk players though. Auto Director having a bit of a stroke there, but does settle on Stekeli, who does spot the head of Leon, and that's one of the low HP players out. 2 versus 2 now, but Prez lands the dink onto Name. What a shot from him. Hasha hearing Stekeli deletes him from this round, and just Name left 7 HP. Is spotted by Hasha and is taken down. So Berserk, a great pistol over here towards the B side of the map, and they do find the opening round of the second map.
I mean, it was a great start for Berserk. After coming from a rough first map, I feel like this next round is going to be a good fuel for their mental to maybe help them start a train of rounds, domino effect, some would say.
Yeah, definitely needed. I mean, off the back of just the pistol, already matching their record for the entirety of map 1. Definitely looks like they should be winning this round as well with the weapons advantage, but a good flash out towards Fountain there, and that's Versio the opening frag. Mebusa and Hasha though quick on the cleanup with 2 kills of their own as Bomb starts to make its way over towards this B site. Keith has picked up the Galil in the meantime, and Hasha has to be careful not to go down here. Does land the headshot onto Keith before falling, so last location of these CT players is known to Berserk, as they will try to hold on to their remaining weapons.
It'll be a good round for Versio to save those 2 weapons, as will help them next round and save some money for next round as well.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm Kaz here, I might be going hunting for these Galils. Trevor, not particularly far away either. Also looking perhaps to take the guns away from a Berserk, and does indeed do that. Finds Mebusta. And the Versio actually going to save better weapons going into round 3 than Berserk, despite coming into it with just some upgraded pistols. Yet to be seen if Kaz will be able to get away as well. Will get taken down by Trevor. Trevor also falling though, so both sides have to content themselves with just one Galil into round 3 here.
A good eco from Versio, definitely something that will hurt the pockets of Berserk. But then the Berserk still did get the number on their side. Versio already spending the money from their pockets and investing in an op early in the 3rd round.
Interesting to see how Zelion does with it. Didn't really see him pick it up much on Ancient. Perhaps not too comfortable with it on that map pick.
Berserk seem to be trying to find out what they're gonna do first from mid. See what they can get some picks, maybe where there's gonna be some cracks in the defense.
Aggressive peek from Trevor. Does spot out a couple of these T players, and look at the setup from EVERSIO now. 3 towards long, including the op of Zelion. Taking a peek there. But with a minute left on the clock, Bomb has made his way back into playground and does seem to be rotating over towards the B side. This press does get caught from Banana. Nobody holding that toilet angles, and he will be the first to fall in round 3. 45 seconds left on the clock here. Man and HP advantage for EVERSIO as Anselm has been tagged down to 53. Meaning that the headshot potential for these AKs has been opened. As tries to even out the score, but does fall himself as well. Meaning it's now 3 versus 5. As Hasha also will fall. Trevor, great round from him towards bathrooms. As Anselm butterfingers there, pulls the trigger on his own teammate, gives away their position and also their intentions for this round as Medusa does get stuck trying to cross over to the site and will fall. And a flawless round from EVERSIO in the first gun round of the game as they find all 5 frags without dropping a single player of their own.
Definitely shows dominance on rifle round from EVERSIO. Few slip-ups from Berserk side, definitely around connector, giving Keith that 3k on toilets. Sorry, that was Trevor.
A tactical timeout early on from Berserk here. Of course, losing that first gun round, they don't have the best finances, and they just want to evaluate their options coming into this 4th round. It does seem like they will concede the round, just Glocks in hand. Should see Project EVERSIO tie up the game 2-2, but still very early days here to set up their economy for the remainder of the half. Will they actually press picking up the lone hero AK, and quite a heavy investment on 3 of these players, Hasha, Medusa and Anselm, all forcing as well armor and upgraded pistols. This shot from Zelion there does get tagged down a little for his troubles. Does have a teammate in support and connector though. No kills for either of these sides just yet. Quiet around the map so far. 65 seconds left and no info for either of these teams. EVERSIO playing very passive on these bomb sites as Berserk forced to creep their way closer and closer to what looks like will be an A finish. AK of Prez is making its way up long. The op of Zelion lies in wait. Warning shot from the Deagle. Might warn EVERSIO to Berserk's plans now.
Definitely a VIP situation with Prez. Someone carrying a primary rifle.
Protect the president kind of thing. Missed shot from Zelion though will allow the rifler to get closer to the bomb site. But will fall to Trevor actually. Just Medusa now. Nothing in the round for Berserk there. As the rifles and force does not pay off for them. Just one kill from the pistol of Kaz actually.
Now is going to be definitely the time for Berserk to play it slow and just trying to read how EVERSIO is playing on this map so they can play better next round with better weapons obviously.
Berserk as well starting on the T side. I do think CT side is definitely where you want to be on overpass. So if they can get a couple more rounds, you know, maybe end the half with 5 or 6 on the C side, that would be a good start for them. Nama on the boost though, catching me booster. Actually not doing as much damage as I thought it would. Aisha only tagged down to 74. Bomb was spotted, I believe. And the Versio do rotate 3 players over towards that A side. Sorry, that B side.
Versus A player seems to be pushing up closer to mid, maybe trying to do a pinch over on them.
Yeah, I mean, they know they have the weapons. Nama definitely heard the bomb being dropped just there as well, so lots of information for Versio to play with in round 5 here. Nama tagged low, but Ansem unable to find that frag. Berserk without utility in the 5v3 here. Have to try to find a way onto the bomb site. Now spotted by Nama. Looking for Prez. It's not gonna get it though. Skeet also finds Kaz there. Taking down Hasha as well, so just Prez left, the Glock in hand. Will fall to this AK of Key. 3k in the round for him, and the 3rd round on the trot for Project EVERSIO.
I think now with these past 3 rounds, Versio have definitely set their funds well. And if they were to lose the next round, they're still safe to force buy, full buy everything.
Just noticing Trevor and Nama, 10k each, Keith 8k. Versio, as you mentioned.
Put some pocket change, need some
Yeah.
money as well.
Berserk have a lot of work to do to break the economy of Versio.
Berserk seems to be ready for a potentially fast or aggressive B-run.
Versio equally aggressive into water. First frag is found by Berserk, but they're not ready for the 3 players. Kills being traded, and it is a 2 versus 2. Crazy round there. 3 players going aggressive from both teams.
Well.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a Versio, what do you do here? Berserk haven't exactly rushed their way onto the B site. We'll shift there slowly.
It was open, playing slow.
Yeah, and the slower they play now, the more doubts begin to creep into Versio's mind. We can see Trevor was watching Monster, now starting to wiggle his way back up onto A. And it is just Zelion left with the AWP, playing towards that CT angle. Opposite of ABC. But a very, very passive hold as well. Berserk not going to the bomb plant, actually, just going to walk into the barrel of Zelion. Skaz will have to recover the bomb now, 1 versus 2. Kaz does find Trevor though. Zelion immediately swaps to the AK from that AWP. 35 seconds left. 1 versus 1 now. Zelion has the utility to push this, and this is gonna go aggressive ahead of the smoke as well. So Kaz needs to land the headshot. Nade won't find Zelion, and Kaz looks the wrong way, meaning that Zelion does pick up the frag, and also opting to stick with the AK, as you mentioned prior, Versio rolling in cash right now.
I mean, definitely a good round from Berserk. Unfortunately, just not good enough to take it off of Versio. I definitely think that Zelion keeping the AK was much better. I mean, they can easily buy a new AK, won't it be a plus 5 power of an AK is far superior for it. I think Berserk just did not use that opportunity to claim B site while it was fully open. Obviously, not knowing it was open, can't really blame them, but had the chance there, was not fully utilized.
So quick round from Berserk here. Yeah, straight onto the B side. Kaz with that sole AK is immediately taken out. Asha does find the refrag onto Zelion, but 3 short players from Berserk. From Versio, sorry, and how could Berserk ever predict this? Prez, the only person able to find anything towards short, and he is the last one left now. Just a Mac 10 in hand. Stranded on this B site. Lots of time left, but no weapons, no util, no positioning. And the Versio so aggressive once again, catching Berserk. But you like to see this from Eversio. They remain disciplined in the 3 versus 1. Trevor not taking the long peek there, instead waiting for his team to push out of Monster, and they do indeed find the frag. Free kill onto Prezo at his back turn to Name.
I think that was definitely a wake-up call for Berserk. They're trying to play aggressive and try to catch Eversio off guard, while Eversio just flipped the book on them completely. While they were playing aggressive, so did Eversio. Catching them with 3-man short. They honestly, not textbook material of a play, but worked perfectly for them. Seems now Berserk is not trying to based, connector-based actual play instead of their usual B rounds.
Yeah, definitely much slower than what we saw in the past couple of rounds now. A little bit of util dispatched on either side, but no team going aggressive just yet.
Who's still holding connector by himself?
Door blown open there, Mibusa caught, not ready for it. Name finds the opening frag of the round. Prez unable to find Trevor on that boost. Info gain by the T's, but unable to just land their shots here as Ansem also going to fall. Versio 5 versus 2. Both in scoreline and in numbers this round. Looking to make it 6-2, and Name from behind. Looking for the backstab. Is caught by Hasha though. Cast tagged very low in the meantime. But look at Eversio, how they're just strangling all the map control away from Berserk. Just Kaz left, lands the headshot onto Trevor, but does fall to Zelion as Eversio pick up a 6th round in a row on Overpass.
Definitely a dominant run from Eversio. It seems like Berserk are still stuck with this mental loop from the previous map, which I thought maybe with the first 2 rounds they get some confidence, can break through it, but Eversio just grabbed them back in the same chokehold.
Well, Alarm Bird's not ringing just yet though. Need a couple more rounds on this T side, and they could definitely give us a game here on Overpass. Want to give a quick score update from our other semi-final, which Order 0 were leading 6-0. It's ended 11-11. So Order 0 were 11-10. Opportunity to close out. Sorry, how am I saying it ended 11-11? It's currently 11-11. It could be 12-12, and we could be looking at overtime. But over here, Keaton Name once again from this water position, catching Berserk. 2 free kills in the round for them. And Berserk, they've just been punished time and time again, trying to force the issue over towards water. We haven't really seen an A execute come out from them the past couple of rounds.
I feel like they should probably attempt a fast A execute instead of all these fast B execute. Seems like they've always had B ready for an execute, but A is just a matter of here, act something, rotate.
I think more than a matter of the tactics, it's also a matter of players, as you mentioned, needing to get out of that mental block from map 1. We can see Mibusta 1 and 8, and some 2 and 9. Usually the heavy hitters on this Berserk team. Currently finding it very hard to get the ball rolling. Eversio, on the other hand, Trevor living it up 11 and 4. Had a great map 1, carrying on his great form onto map 2. Name 8 and 3. Zelion catches Kaz just dry peeking out of Monster there. Bad to worse for Berserk. Bomb also spotted now, so the fake pays no dividends. I say that Bomb might have not been spotted actually, as a couple of the Eversio players have stayed on the side. Spotted now, the great jump shot from Mibusta. But Trevor, cool as you like, finds those last couple of frags and secures a 7th round for Eversio. Every player on Eversio has over 10k. Just now Nam and Stekeli went beneath that to buy, but Keat was 16k coming into this round.
But that's going to buy me a property. All this money. That's
Maybe.
a down payment right there.
Yeah, down payment, yeah. Depends where as well. You might get an apartment in Slim if you're lucky. Ooh, a
Like
little
in a
bit of team
bungalow
damage.
though.
Little bit of team damage from Berserk there. Could show maybe the nerves coming into play. Prez gonna drop over that AK he had bought to Medusa. But a good nade early on,
Bad
Zillion
nade
and
from
Keith. Was that Keith's nade? I thought it was one
That
from
was
Berserk.
nade.
Damn,
That
bad
was
nade
a
indeed.
Keith, miss nade. Sakila did have a decent nade.
Ooh, Stakeli. Good onto Prez, even better onto Medusa. Yeah, Trevor now. And Stakeli just wiggles underneath the corner, finds 2 frags, finally goes down to Hasha. It's just the last
3
one
frags,
left.
actually.
Yeah, great round from Stakeli there, weaving and ducking in connect there. It's just Hasha left, 1v4 into 1 versus 5. Ace clutch to secure a 3rd round for Berserk here. Berserk not fully aware of where exactly he is, seem to know that he's lingering around connector, but should now be aware that he is in that corner. Hasha hesitant to climb up the ladder. Let's go for the repeat, but will not find anything for his troubles. Does go down in the Versio, 8 in a row here, looking very, very good on the CT side of Overpass.
I'd say this is definitely a great performance from Eversio. It feels like Berserk have kind of let it slip today. Map 1 and now map 2 as well. I feel like this map 2 is being caused from the loss of map 1, so this mental block is kind of preventing them from pushing forward.
Yeah, they definitely need to find a way to get over it, especially on the second half if they want to try and force a decider, which Order 0 have been able to do. 13-11 on Ancient means that we will go the distance on. Remains to be seen. It will be a similar story for Berserk here. A couple of trades in the middle of the map, but Stakeli trying to walk out of this smoke from connector. Nobody from Berserk watching this, and he has been able to walk out. Question is, how many kills will he find? Has made himself aware though now. Medusa aware, finds the first frag, spotting the second player as well. So Stakeli's position has been exposed. Still a tough situation to play with. Does get tagged down, but Memusta unable to find the frag. And Zelion going equally aggressive, catches Hasha looking the wrong way, meaning he's just pressed towards long with the AWP. Couple of great individual plays from Eversio in this round when it was all even on the scoreboard. And Prez now left in the 1v3. Low HP on Keith and Stakeli, but the wall is not the weapon you'd want for this engagement. Prez tagged through the wall, down to just 18 HP now. 40 seconds left, needs to cover the bomb. Nice shot there. I see will fall to Keith. 9-2 now for Project EVERSIO.
Speaking of ops, I must ask you a question, Mahaya. What is your opinion on the recent op change with the scope?
Oh, you know what? I'm not a fan, but it can be changed in the options, so why not?
That's what I did personally. I already removed it. I'm not a fan of it. One of my friends actually enjoys playing with it, so it helps him. I don't like it.
I've read that online, yeah. I've heard some people say that they make it like a smaller thing so they can see more. But I don't know. I haven't played it in a couple of months now on Face It. Usually it's just the cast, so perhaps something we can ask players on the Sunday before the match. Well, Stakeli continues his reign of terror. Another 2 kills from Connector here. Trevor chipping in with one of his own. 17-5 currently. Great start to life on Overpass for him. And what looks like a terrible end to the half for Berserk. As this is round 12 here, all to play for, and Medusa could get caught. Does land the headshot onto Stakeli. Let's not ride him out of it just yet. Prez does fall in the meantime. So 1v4 will be required, but Name, cheeky one tap. And 10 rounds in a row for Eversio. Sure that they're gonna have all the rounds in the world to play with on this T side to secure the second map and a final berth at PlayCon this Sunday.
A rough start, however, a better start compared to map 1.
Unfortunately for Berserk, that's not saying much in the grand scheme of things, but as you said, they do have double the rounds they had last game, and that's something they need to build off of. Really need this pistol and just really need to get the ball rolling from there. 10 in a row to secure match point for Berserk. Only 2 needed of Eversio. 8 in a row to tie the game.
So seems to be doing a heavy mid round.
The end Ansem, I think he did just miss them. Does hear them now though. looking for the opening frag, won't find it, able to run away though. And EVERSIO, 4 players into mid. Sorry, into long. Now moving into banana. A couple of these players from toilets, trying to catch the rotating Berserk CT players, but Kaz from connector, 2 frags, and Mibusta on bank, taking down Trevor.
2 more.
Another frag from Mibusta. Only some find the first. Zelion takes down Anselm, but 1 versus 4 spotted by Kaz, and Kaz trying to ensure that he finds this frag. Might be looking for the knife actually, but no, opts to play it safe, but misses the shot onto Zelion. So a 3 versus 1 now. And that's got to be tilting for Kaz. A great start to the round, but this is the empty. He misses the free kill, sorry. Bomb smoked off now.
Zelion trying to bait their ammo.
3 versus 1 now. I mean, this would just be the ultimate tilt factor for Berserk, right? 5v1. He missed the free kill.
Go down to a 1v3. Hopefully it doesn't go any lower.
Zelion didn't cross on the bomb site when he had that smoke in hand though, so Mibusta still in the perfect position to deny anything here. And Zelion, 12 seconds, has to go. Finds the frag. Looks for another, just 10 seconds left, has to stick the bomb plant, and will actually be able to find it. Looks for the frag onto press towards long, but will be finally taken down from Banana, almost getting press with the headshot. And Zelion in the 1v5 makes a very, very good attempt, but Berserk crisis averted as they secure a crucial turret here. And, well, something to build off of perhaps into this game. I fully expect EVERSIO to force off the back of that bomb plant. They're riding high here, they have the confidence. But Berserk need to show us what they're made of and need to shut down EVERSIO.
On the contrary, EVERSIO seems to be doing a more conservative buy. They want to win them over, I think, probably a rifle round.
It is discipline from EVERSIO indeed, and it's a testament to how good Berserk have been as well throughout this season. EVERSIO not underestimating them and trying to force into this round, but instead respecting the buy and facing it with pistols. Leon will find the first frag towards connector, and that's a big frag to find. He was the only player on that side of the map. And there will be 3 EVERSIO players contesting him. Stekeli tagged low. Anselm will be able to fall off the angle a little, reload his weapon and take a repeat. That's only his 3rd kill of the game, mind you. Needs to find some more. Doubles his kills in the round. And could definitely do a bit more damage here. Whereas now also on the lurk, trying to squeeze EVERSIO into these angles where Berserk can just lie in wait. Probably like a couple more kills with these SMGs, and Kaz could very well have an opportunity to do so. But it is Anselm with the 3rd kill in the round now. Stekeli on long. Spotted out by that bank player, taken down to just 2 HP. Stekeli does fall. Was caught in the meantime. Zelion once again, cheeky as you like in the clutch scenarios, trying to pick up the gun and get some frags, but Berserk close it out in a very swift fashion, saving 3 of the M4s and an SMG. And doubling their rounds. They're gonna need to pick up this gun round though. We saw the same thing on the first half. Couple of rounds early on, but then it fell off, yeah.
Hope it doesn't repeat. Fast, hopefully. However, EVERSIO is not heavy on utility, so Berserk could make them waste utility early.
Oh, aggressive from Anselm with the AWP. Love to see that, taking the aggressive push, and the initiative catches Zelion after a very slow start overpass. Kaz will get caught with the nade, unfortunately, but Anselm with another shot, and that's as good as you could get, considering the pinch from connector. 3 versus 3 now. Great nade onto Keith as well. Berserk spread a bit thin, as Stekeli has forced his way onto the A side, but keeping it as close as possible. Really felt like Anselm would have fallen there. And Hasha finding that frag onto Keith. A big kill in the confront of this round and perhaps of this match. Should be spotting the bomb soon here as well. Just really can't go down, and don't know if he spotted anything there. Doesn't feel like it. Definitely did now. Stekeli finds Mibusta, sees the second player as well. Berserk, they know where the bomb is, but with 45 seconds left, they're gonna be second guessing themselves. Stekeli starts to make his way over to connector now. Whereas still towards this dumpster position. 30 seconds left, and it's all up to Hasha on the B side. 1 versus 2 to hold the line. 25 seconds, no utility for either of these teams. Just Nama with a solitary flashbang left. And Hasha's been completely isolated here. Here's the footsteps. He spotted in Toxic though and goes down for free. So Prez in the 1v2. Crucial round for Berserk. Nama makes his position known now with that flashbang. Don't know if he spotted Prez, might have. Prez bump is ticking down, needs to go further, trying to clear out all of his angles. Knows that there's one on site, unaware of the position of the second. Has dropped now, and really needs to get a move on. Does find the first onto Nama, but no idea where Stekeli could be, and just needs to gamble. Is gonna stick the defuse here, but Stekeli gonna swing out and does find the frag. So Berserk losing a crucial gun round there. And depending on how round 16 goes, that could be all she wrote for Berserk in this semi-final.
Definitely a tough round to lose. Now Berserk are being pulled tight on money. Surprisingly, still have the funds to buy an op for Mibusta. However, the rest of the team are gonna be on budgetary weapon.
And it's so frustrating there. Hasha thinks he's safe and Toxic, but without looking down, his head, just a sliver of it, exposed. And the Versio quick onto the B side. Hasha with the SMG here around pillar. Caught by the rushing players. But a couple of good frags in the meantime. Mibusta and Leon. Mibusta misses the shot onto Stekeli though, so 3 versus 3 we go. As Kaz does find the frag onto Trevor, spotting the second player monster, Keith, tagged low, 33 HP. This is mad pressure from Berserk now, as Kaz also takes down Keith, leaving just Stekeli in the 1 versus 3. Prez waiting on site with this Mac 10 in hand. Stekeli in monster, did just walk by in the smoke. I believe they bumped into each other, but Ansel now with the defuse. Stekeli has been spotted as well, and Prez will find the frag. When they're going got tough, Berserk got going. A crucial round to secure there, saving 3 AKs as well. AWP unavailable to them, but that's as good as it's gonna get for Berserk. And they're gonna need a hell of a lot more of that if they're gonna force a decider on Mirage.
Definitely. Great round from Berserk, honestly. Able to use what they had, few crumbs left, and just get the crucial kills. However, now EVERSIO with a somewhat cheapish buy, kind of similar to what Berserk did with the President.
Well, it's a cheaper buy, but we've seen the individual plays from EVERSIO before, and it is going to be Kaz who's tested on a bathroom here. Here's the rushing players and does deploy the molly. Opts to give away bathroom control. Or toilet, sorry.
Trevor with the AK currently on a 20 kills, 9 deaths ratio.
Having a very, very good game indeed. Same can be said for Stekeli, 17 and 12. While on the Berserk side,
step up.
Yeah, for sure. Kaz and Sun, they've stepped up massively, and Sun, Mibusta as well in that last round with a very crucial frag from that balcony position. Prez does catch Trevor on the lurk, and the Versio now have to watch behind them. So good lurk has paid his dividends. Indeed, the Versio gonna have to try and recover that, but I like this from Berserk. You know, they have the frag, they have the man advantage, and they are happy with that. Prez pushing all the way back towards water now. With 30 seconds left, it is indeed gonna be an A hit here, where Berserk have 3 players posted, lying in wait. Prez might also catch Stekeli in connector. Definitely be the first player on the rotate. Hashard, door close, won't spot him making his way up closely. Ansem, Mibusta finding 2 frags. leaving just the Kelly and Zelion left. Now just Zelion does find the first and the second. What a turnaround onto Mibusta. Will get the bomb plant, but surely nothing more in this round. And Zen indeed does find the frag onto Zelion and does secure the round. But you know, it's another round from EVERSIO where Zelion's able to get the bomb down with a couple of frags.
Definitely, honestly, Zelion from the Steve side has seemed like very, very deadly, as in plants the bomb, gets a few kills. Even if he doesn't win the round, he's damaging the wallets of Berserk, making it more difficult for them to fighting, well, this very difficult fight for them right now.
Yeah, also ensuring that EVERSIO can buy in maybe that extra piece of util. Notifying the chat mentioning Mentin's voice is too low. I did adjust them now a bit, so let me know if we are good to go from there and touch them up again. Of course, there's a much longer delay built into OBS this time round, so it will take a little bit of time for that effect to take place. But round 18, here we go. Is Hasha quick to take some damage and Stekeli quickly aggressive in connector, but a pot shot from the op does catch his leg. Word of warning for EVERSIO trying to push the angle there.
Definitely a more aggressive side from EVERSIO, but however...
Ooh, bad nade there from Kaz. Takes Hasha down very low. EVERSIO tried to punish with one of their own, but Hasha able to sneak away for the time being. And with 65 seconds left on the clock, one wonders where is this bomb gonna go? Stekeli just holding towards T-spawn. And now gonna start to make his way towards B. It is a 2 and 3 split, favoring the B side for Berserk. But of course, Hasha so low on HP, and the utility of MCL is over towards that A side, so it is just the guns. Hold the fort for EVERSIO. For Berserk, sorry. EVERSIO in the meantime, tons of util for this execute. Prez is spotted playing towards Monster there. Able to cross though, gets away with his life. So now the nades will be thrown, 25 seconds left. And Hamel, what a shot onto Kazuto. As Trevor swings out onto site and finds 2. And Berserk forced into the 4 versus 2 retake. And perhaps conceding the round here to hold on to the weaponry. Offering match and series point to EVERSIO. Leon caught there. Surprised that Mibusta still actually forcing the issue there. Does fall on that peak.
Definitely a tough pill to swallow for Berserk, giving them, as you said, match point and series point.
And losing the 2 guns along with it. I was very surprised there by the play of Leon and Busta, but we'll have somewhat of a buy in around 19 here, and it's gonna have to work, or else they will be eliminated from the MCL Season 3. EVERSIO booking their spot in the finals.
Busta was a very unorthodox buy. However, I would love to see this actually work out.
B-rush from EVERSIO trying to get over the line quickly. And it's Press finds the opening frag. Kaz with one of his own. But EVERSIO come out on top. 3 kills to their name. Press HP now. And some off. Does find Zelion though, so very, very important frag to find. Swaps out to the AK. 2 players on either side. 1 player, sorry, on either side. Low on HP. 2 players on the server. No kit for Berserk. Prez has been spotted by Trevor. It really does depend on Leon here, but that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Project EVERSIO secure overpass 13-6 and secure the first semi-final spot of the MCL Season 3. Your thoughts, Mentin, on that?
Honestly, unfortunate, underwhelming performance from Berserk. However, I do feel, unfortunately, map 1 did kind of affect the mentality for map 2. However, I feel like EVERSIO kind of just proved their point that there's a reason why they were known as local dominance, as they kind of proved it this time on the semi-final. And now they're obviously up to the final on Sunday. They're gonna probably try to prove it themselves again.
Yeah, well, Aversio prove their point why they were the favorites coming in, and we did mention that as underwhelming as they were in the groups, we did want to wait to see how the best of threes would go. Did have a bye in their quarter final, but proving the point of why they are so good over here in the semis. Commiserations to Berserk. It was a very great season from them. Great show for sure, and much better I think than anybody expected coming in. So big credit to them. We are going to cut to a quick intermission and we will try to get one of the Aversio guys for a winner's interview. Okay, everybody, I am joined by Zelion and also Name. I don't have the graphics, sorry, to have the cameras with everyone, so you're just gonna have to see me and Zelion for now. First off, congratulations, you have booked your ticket to the grand finals on Sunday.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it was an interesting game. Um, Definitely a better outcome than our previous matches in the MCL for sure. So quite happy with the outcome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something Menton and I were discussing that in those best of ones, you guys really looked a bit out of your depth against the better teams, but in the best of threes, you were able to secure the games in quite dominant display. I mean, Ancient was just a great display from you guys. So I don't really think there's much to say there. It was a very dominant display and a very good win. But I wanted to ask a bit more about Overpass. So obviously we had the long delay in between. We had a bit of a situation with the delays that we did get sorted in time for map 2. But of course, losing 13-1 and then having to wait quite a bit of time to start your second map. Do you think that played maybe a bit into that second map there?
Um, Maybe a bit. Like we still had to warm up a bit after the long delay. So maybe we weren't like too fresh on what we wanted to do. Also some minimal mistakes that were bound to happen. But as you said, I think Ancient was probably our best map in the entire MCL so far. It's fair to say. Um, we didn't do any practice in particular. We just, you know, after our again very abysmal form in the league, we just looked at it and we are like, guys, we need to play more together. We need to kind of create more like situations where we're teaming up and trading and creating more favorable situations. So we kind of min-maxed that aspect of the game, and yeah, it worked in our favor.
Yeah, so I want to ask Nama this question. You did sub in for Trevor, not for Trevor, sorry, for Bungie. I wanted to ask, will we be seeing you at PlayCon on Sunday?
Of course, of course.
All right, so there you have it, guys. That is the roster for Sunday. Are we gonna see, anything new? Are you gonna practice before Sunday, or is it still just vibes?
I mean, it's only a
Depends.
couple of days,
I'll probably chill out for a bit, I guess.
Okay,
I played a
okay.
bit of Battlefield 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, this is coming out. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So should be good, should be good. But you are the first finalists. Of course, we have our second semifinal still underway. It is Anarchy versus Order Zero, currently 1-1. It was a very dominant display from Anarchy on Order Zero's map pick, 13-6, I believe, and then Order Zero fought back, winning 13-11 on Anarchy's map pick, and then now on the decider of Nuke. I'm not sure what the scoreline is exactly, but who do you want to face on Sunday?
No opponent
Anyone.
in particular. Like, obviously, the team that comes in the finals, we don't really have an option, like whatever happens. But Anarchy have been pretty solid this season, fair to say. Order Zero maybe showing a bit of struggle in some games, but they also, I think, the only team to beat CSDE when it wasn't an FF. So there's not really a preference. But obviously, a game against Order Zero is like, we've played them in the past, and it's always been quite convincing as a win for us. So I wouldn't mind playing them or Anarchy. It doesn't matter for us.
Apart from earlier this season.
Apart from earlier that
we have to
season.
mention that. We have to mention that. But you are the first finalist. Congratulations. I don't have any more questions from my end. I'm not sure if Menton, he's on the call as well, if he has any questions he'd like to ask.
Honestly, I think you've hit all the main topics that I wanted to ask. Just best of luck for the grand finals, Zillion, and congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks for the cast.
if you have any final words you'd like to say, I'll leave the floor to you. If not, we can shut off for the night.
Just to find a few words, thank you to Project EVERSIO always believing in us and showing their support, even though we had like a rough patch in this season. Thank you to Eman for stepping in Bungie's shoes. He's been a pretty good piece for us in the team. And yeah, thank you to everyone part of the MCL staff for helping making this league possible. So, and the sponsors. I always thank the sponsors.
Yes, well, that is it, guys. We do have the second semifinal underway on Estrus's stream, so make sure to go and check that out as well. But apart from that, yeah, to thank the sponsors, we're going to cut to a quick ad break, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Every 39 seconds, a business falls victim to a cyber attack. Shockingly, a staggering 92% of malware infiltrates organizations through email. In 2023, it's taking organizations an average of 49 days to identify a cyber attack. With CyberSift DNS Protect, you get one platform with many benefits. Effortlessly control with advanced URL filtering and gain full network visibility. Protect your business from phishing, malware, and advertising tracking. Be up and running in less than 24 hours. Boost productivity with over 80 categories. Protect what matters most. Start protecting today with our free 30-day trial. Experience confidence with CyberSift DNS Protect. Secure your digital world today. Visit our website.
Get ready for something big. It's the 5th edition of PlayCon, happening October 9th to 12th at the MFCC to Ali. Experience the latest games, tech showcases, epic tournaments, and awesome cosplay. Entrance is free. PlayCon, where gamers unite.